mustab, certain things which may be mubah, may be makruh. What is haram has been specified. What is haram, and what is fard is fard. Everything else comes in mubah. Mubah or maybe mustab or makruh. Only what is haram has been haram. Everything else is permissible. So if to say anything is haram, you have to get a text from the Quran or the Hadith. If you can't support any of your text for haram, everything has become halal. In the halal category, it can be fard, it can be mustab, it can be mubah, it can be makruh. That's a different question altogether. So the various hadith prophets spend time, sometimes more with this wife, sometimes that wife, but overall he was equal. There are various instances where some of the wives were young, some of the wives played with things when they were very young. Fine, so the Prophet did permit. The instances in which Hazrat Aisha, may Allah be pleased with her, she wanted to see something happen. There was a program we had in the Arab custom. I don't call it a dance, not the dance that we have normally, but you know, they have a particular session where she wanted to watch. So the hadith says that Hazrat Aisha, may Allah be pleased with her, she saw from one side of the Prophet. No, she climbed on the Prophet's back. But seeing to it that she maintains the hijab and she peeped above the shoulder. So that means the wife can even look from behind the husband's back, can climb on her husband's back. I mean, this is what to interpret. So like that, there are hundreds of hadiths. You can give a talk only on this. What the Prophet did, how did he laugh, how did he joke, but everything was within the purview of the Sharia. So only what is haram you should know, everything else is halal. What you should know what is haram, these few things are haram, everything else. There is no verse in the Quran or the Hadith saying that calling the husband with the name is haram. It may be the culture, kya suniye. That is the reason what psychologists they tell us. The psychologists tell us that those who have premarital sex, they don't enjoy sex with the life partner. So the people who don't have premarital sex, they enjoy the sexual life after marriage much more than a person who has premarital sex. I mean, they're scientific proven. They're statistics. So here we explore the way we want to explore. You know what is haram, everything else we explore. And the more you explore, the more you enjoy. So in this way, mashallah, Islam is very clear cut. Hope that answers the question in brief. Any other question, mashallah? Yes, brother.
Brother, what is the ruling on using of condoms as the zygote is not firm?
As the?
Zygote is not firm.
Brother has a question, what is the ruling of using a condom since the zygote is not firm? Why you want to use a condom is required? Basic question. Why do you want to use a condom is the first question, then I can say whether it's allowed or not allowed. Normally. So like that there are certain things, for example sugar normally is allowed, but if you are having diabetes, haram for you. If you have too much, you will kill yourself, it's suicide. Limited fine. So as the Quran says that eat what is good for you. So if you are having diabetes, sugar is not good for you. Otherwise sugar is good. The same way, why do you want to use is very important. Now this question would mainly go in family planning. The question, if you understand the answer of family planning, which I have given in detail in many of my talks, the answer is very long. That as far as family planning is concerned, that can a person do family planning? The word family planning is a very big terminology. And all the scholars, all the fuqahas agree that the Quran clearly says in Surah Anam chapter 6 verse number 151 and Surah Isra chapter 17 verse 31 that kill not your children for want of sustenance. For it's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who will give sustenance to you and your children. So based on this verse of the Quran, everyone agrees that abortion is haram. And the Quran says in Surah Rum, chapter number 30, verse number 30, that do not change the physiology of your body. So it is unanimously agreed amongst all the scholars that abortion is haram. Any permanent method of family planning, vasectomy, tubectomy is haram, unless there is a need. For example, if the life of the mother is in danger, where the doctor says that she has had multiple cesarean sections, she has had 4 or 5 cesarean sections, and one more cesarean section would be detrimental to her life, she may lose her life, then as a last resort, tubectomy can be done, abortion can be done. Similarly, the doctor says that she has a heart problem and she cannot take the strain of a delivery, and if she gives birth to a child, she may die. Under this condition, even the permanent method is permitted, even abortion is permitted, because the Sharia says let a small loss take place to prevent a big loss. Now here the big loss is the life of the mother, the small loss is the child. So Islamic Sharia says let a small loss take place to prevent a big loss. So in this there is no two doubts about it. As far as temporary methods are concerned, there is difference of opinion. And the most common temporary method used is the copper T. Now when a person uses a copper T, basically what happens that the sperm and the ovum is already united and the zygote is formed. It is not contraception, it is contra-implantation. The zygote is prevented to cling on the uterine wall. So when we learned in medical college, it was called as contraception. The right word is contra-implantation because conception has already taken place. So it's not a contraception, it's a contra-implantation. That means if you think a bit ahead, it is nothing but very early abortion, which again is haram as per the verse of the Quran. As far as oral pill is concerned, again, it changes physiology, so that also most of the scholars agree it is wrong. The difference of opinion may come in condom, or it may come in diaphragm. At the time of the Prophet, the people who used to practice coitus interruptus. And when the people used to practice coitus interruptus,